WPTV.
Welcome back. Yes, you heard correctly. Visceral Games has been shut down by EA Games. They had a lot of great concepts in the works, and then poof, gone. As to why they were shut down and what EA Games is now taking on in their stead, let's find out. With me tonight, we got George, Jasmin, and the spy from Montclair University, Matt Camera. You've been found out. Guys, thank you for being here. How you guys feel?
A little bummed out.
A little bummed
Actually,
out?
a lot bummed out.
Yeah, Visceral Games. Yeah. Why'd that happen? I have no idea.
I mean, from what I've read, I think EA is trying to publish games that will, you know, have a longevity to the game. Like, they don't want to create single-player games that you just play through once, you know, maybe some DLC here and there, and then you never play the game again. Or at least that's from what I've read. I don't know.
Jasmin, so what do you think, like, what are your favorite games from Visceral Games that you can recall?
So I have one favorite game, and it's
that?
really old, and it's 007, Agent Under Fire.
Nice. Whoa, I love that game.
So that one, because my dad, as a kid, like my sister and I, we would bond with my dad because my dad would play video games, and that's the game we would always play, and we would sit down there and we would try to figure everything out with him, and when we got older, we would play. So I feel like it's kind of like a nostalgic thing.
Yeah.
Like I just moved recently, and like the first thing I packed, I was like, I have to make sure I have this with me.
That's so great. Would you play it on GameCube?
No, PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2. Okay, I played it on GameCube. That's such a great game.
It
Very
is a
underrated.
really good game, yeah.
Very underrated. So Matt.
Yes.
You get the tough question.
Okay.
How can other companies avoid being shut down? I mean, this would probably scare a lot of companies.
Right.
You know, just Visceral Games with great games such as Agent Under Fire, and then what is it, Dead Space?
Dead Space is the
Dead
best
Space, yeah.
franchise Visceral Games published.
Yeah,
Sorry,
now EA
just had to
Games
say
is
that.
going to have to take them on. Like, so what do you think about that? What's your what's your opinion on like other games, on other game companies, and how they can not get shut down?
Well, I mean, sadly, I think we're seeing a shift from like linear adventure, like one-time through games, and more towards multiplayer, like pay for DLC, just expansion packs upon expansion packs.
Yeah, there's some games that are just for multiplayer, not even like a linear.
Yeah, exactly.
Gameplay.
So like,
I think
I feel like for game companies to stay on top now, like they have to conform to what the big names are doing, like EA, who shut down Visceral, like who was going to be making like a linear kind of game. So yeah, I think they just need to shift towards more multiplayer-based things.
Yeah, it sounds like that's the future.
It's the dark ages of video games.
Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, it's really sad. And they had a linear game set up. It was a Star Wars single-player game, right,
Yeah.
George? Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
about
I think
that.
the writer of Uncharted was on board to write the script and whatnot. And the game was described as a sort of linear Uncharted game where you'd be in the Star Wars universe. And they had some concept art of it, and it looked pretty cool, like someone climbing the edge. And I don't know where exactly in the Star Wars era it would take place, but you know, I was so stoked to play the game. Like I was waiting for that single-player Star Wars game to come out, and then I wake up one morning and find out that EA dropped Visceral Games like that, and like I just, you know, had a little heart attack.
Absolutely,
you know?
yeah. But I mean, are they taking on those responsibilities? Do you know? Have you heard? Yeah, Jasmin?
Yeah, apparently, I think they're just transferring it to like a different section, but it's like it's like
I
on
would hope
pause
so.
for now.
Yeah,
like
limbo,
so there's
I
like
think,
it's
I
like in
guess.
limbo right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because their biggest fear was that this game, people are going to be playing it, they're going to get through it, they know exactly what to expect, and they're never going to pick it up again. Like that's it, I'm done. I'm not going to play it anymore. So it's like their thing is like they want to get people more involved in it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like I've been feeling like finally now that video games are like at like the top of like replay value and you know online, like they're the top-notch entertainment now.
Right.
And now they're finally bringing back all like the old like Star Wars games and giving it like the new Battlefront.
Yes.
It literally looks like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
but like
kinda.
a good Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I'm
you're better
much more of
Call
a
of
Halo
Duty.
guy, but it's like it looks so good.
That's also going to have a lot of replayability because they have like a pay-to-play system where like I think the more the more credits you buy in the game, the more you can purchase with the credits, like upgrades to your guns and other attributes. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure like what Visceral Games is would do if they were still a thing, they would have taken a lot of concepts from that and implemented it into the linear game. You said it was like would it be like Uncharted?
It would have
that
been like
sounds
an
amazing. Can you imagine using
Star Wars,
Force in that game? That's so awesome, man.
Or wielding a lightsaber.
Yeah. Yeah, they have yet to really make like a really organic lightsaber playing-esque kind of concept.
Right.
That's just me, though. That's
It
just
is
me.
just you.
It is just me. Yeah, it's usually just me. It's usually just me. Well, guys, that's all the time we have. For more information on Visceral Games, Google it. We'll be right back with our first ever Press Start Top 10. We'll be right back.